guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mom with 8 kiddos ranging from 14 down to 5 months. I have 5 boys and 3 girls. Crazy hectic life. I wanted to do a video today on kind of a light bulb moment for my 2nd grader. I have discussed before about the struggles that we have had with his reading, with his kind of pronouncing, sounding out letters, sounding out words, pronouncing words. It's kind of been a struggle, and I just wanted to kind of give an update on that because I was kind of waiting to see how it was going to turn around for him before I said anything. I will kind of, as a backstory, I will say that my 3rd kiddo, he's my 4th, but my 3rd kiddo, so his older sister, did half a year of private pre-K, and she was learning stuff and learning letters and sounds and all of that. And then COVID happened, and she, they shut down for the year, and so I had to pick back up where they left off, and I had to figure out what she knew, what she didn't know, etc., etc. And it was kind of hard, and she struggled because I was like half teaching her how to read, but like half she already knew, but I wasn't positive of what she really knew. And so it was very difficult to kind of take that on myself. I she struggled quite a bit with that, and it was something that I really had a hard time with, and I was second guessing like, oh my gosh, I have not taught a kid how to read before, and this is terrifying because you are the basis. This is the basis of everything from here on out. And it was very kind of stressful, and it just randomly happened. That first year she really did not pick up on it, and that was kind of hard. Kindergarten, I started a curriculum that I thought she was going to be okay with, and she wasn't, and so I kind of tried again the next year, and okay, is this going to be the year? And I feel like the 1st grade year was kind of in between. I guess the middle of 1st grade was kind of her light bulb moment. Just out of nowhere. It was just kind of like, okay, I want to read. I'm going to read now. And that is kind of what has happened with my 4th kiddo. Now, he is not gung-ho about reading. I will say that. He is not super excited about it. But over the break, I have found him looking at books, his reading level, what he should be at, and sounding out words and saying, does this say this? Does this say this? Yes. Yes, this is our light bulb moment. And I will tell you, as a mom that has gone through this twice with 2 of my kids, those light bulb moments happen. They just happen when you least expect it. So I had a conversation yesterday, actually, with at a friend's birthday party for one of my kids, with a mom who homeschools, who has a very similar situation as mine. And I said, it's I don't want him to just go at people and be like, I can't read. No, you are trying to read. You are still working on reading. You are not fully reading, but you're still working on it. I don't want him to just go and flat out say, I can't read. No, we're working on it, but just slowly. And so as there, it's still a struggle. I will say it is still a struggle for these certain blends, these letter blends, to pronounce certain words and to understand certain concepts of what 2 letters make this random other sound that you typically would not realize or think of. That's been difficult, yes. And he's still working on that. And yes, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get him to learn and to actually do it. But the more praise that I give him for getting it right, and the more that I notice him being proactive about picking something up and sounding it out, or what does this say? What is this word? And I'll say, sound it out, and he'll sound it out. And it's just getting into that habit of doing that. Whereas typically he would ask me, what is that word? Sound it out. You know how to sound it out. And so I just wanted to come on here and say that your child's light bulb moment will come. It's just taken different times for different kids. My 5th kiddo, who is in kindergarten, is reading probably just under my 2nd grader. And again, a lot of it is just how much experience, how much exposure he's had with his older siblings reading and picking up on that, and watching them and listening to that, whether or not he's really trying to pay attention or not, he's understanding it. And so it's been a little bit quicker for him. And so I don't really think he'll have a full-on light bulb moment, but I feel like the light bulb moments are for the kids who really are struggling with sounds and with letters recognition. And my advice is to just continue with it. Just keep going. Continue with it. Just be continual about going over it every day, regardless. If that is the only thing that you do, go over the letters, go over the sounds, go over the words, do the language arts lesson, and find that curriculum that clicks. Because again, I have one that does the good and the beautiful, another that does the good and beautiful, and he does a different curriculum. He does master books. And so it's just worked that way. And so don't assume, as I always say, that all your kids are going to be in the same curriculum and doing the same curriculum, because that probably is not the case. More than likely, it is not the case. They all learn differently, and they all respond differently to how things are taught and how the information is presented to them. And so it is just keep that in mind. Your kid's light bulb moment will happen at some point. I can guarantee it. It's just a matter of when, and it will always be, just like everything in life, when you least expect it. Because typically this, how they learn, do they learn better visually? Do they need to listen to something? Do they need to watch a video on it? The Good and the Beautiful has that for those that do the Good and the Beautiful. Master Books does not, to my knowledge. So, but again, it just is what it is. That's just what works for him. And so it's all just about how it's taught, and how one day they will just ask you, does this say this? Yes. And you will get so excited about it. So just wanted to throw that out there. If you have any questions about reading, or your kiddos reading, or how I've just kind of navigated all these kids at one time and reading, and just how I'm balancing all of that, where I have great readers, and then I have okay readers, and then I have readers that need help, and all the things. So let me know if you have any questions down below, guys. I will see you next time. Take care.